Hello! Today we're going to be making a pan-seared salmon fillet and potato duchesse. We'll start by peeling our potatoes. After that, we'll get our scraps out of the way and give the board a quick wipe down. Loosely chop the potatoes, but ultimately it doesn't matter how uniform they are, as they'll be mashed in the end anyways. As you can see, I got lazier with my chopping with each potato. Get those potatoes we just cut into a pot. Then add enough water to cover the potatoes by about an inch. Throw in some salt at this stage. We're going to bring those to a boil and cook on medium heat for about 20 minutes or till done. Then we'll get to work on our salmon. We're going to season our fillet with salt, pepper, paprika, and celery seed. Now would be the time to remove the skin if you wanted to, but if not, make sure to season the backside as well. We've got a carbon steel pan heated over medium heat that we'll add our oil into. In my case, I was using up the last of this bottle of peanut oil. Now we're going to add our salmon fillet, skin side down. A good way to ensure crispy skin is to press down on the fillet for the first 30 seconds of its cook time. Usually this would be done with a spatula, but I had this cast iron cooking weight, so I used that instead. pan was a bit too cold here, so I cranked it up a couple notches before flipping the salmon. I'm also going to go ahead and add a touch more oil to the pan. We're gonna want to get a good sear on all parts of the salmon, including the sides. When you pull this is going to be up to you, depending on how well done you like your salmon. While that salmon cooks, we're going to send the potatoes we previously boiled through a ricer. Add your egg yolks and whatever seasonings you're going to want in your potatoes. I kept it simple with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Add a couple tablespoons of butter. I went with some clarified butter that I had on hand. Now you'll want to mix your ingredients until they're fully incorporated. Let's do another board wipe down just in case. If you're going to be using the same cutting board throughout the whole process as I am, I recommend washing it frequently. I'm going to grab a half sheet pan and line that with a sheet of parchment paper. Now we're going to pipe the potatoes into small mounds, following a swirl pattern. Some of these certainly turned out better than others, but with practice it becomes pretty easy. Once piped, we'll pop these into a 425-degree oven for 20 minutes. Finally, our Beurre Blanc sauce. We'll get a glug of white wine, a dash of white wine vinegar, and a minced shallot over medium heat until reduced. Once the liquid is reduced, we're going to go ahead and add some butter and start whisking as much as we can. The amount of butter you add here will affect the thickness of the final sauce. The goal here is to reach your desired thickness without breaking the emulsion. Here's our final result. Ultimately, I could have gone a bit darker on the potatoes and a bit thicker on the sauce, but if it tastes good, that's what matters.